So components for this dish, roughly 2 pounds of spare ribs. These are Chinese fish balls, completely optional. You can leave them out. Asian mirepoix, ginger, scallion, and garlic. Also a couple bulbs of shallots. A few bay leaves, half a carrot, tomato paste. That's a dark soy sauce. It's not as salty. And a drinkable wine. This is barely drinkable, by the way, and regular table sugar, and also water and chicken stock. So all the mirepoix is rough chop. The ginger we sliced up, and the shallots, the scallions in large sections. Carrot just rough chop, small dice. It's absolutely fine. All of this is going to be strained out, and you'll notice a mix of, you know, Western technique, Chinese flavor profile. Garlic we're just going to pound through, and here we're browning the spare ribs on all sides. Hot pan, touch of oil, and this is a critical stage. You want every piece of spare rib looking like that, and you don't want to crowd the pan, so that's the second batch. This is what you want the pan to end up looking like. It's that really deep brown color. And here I'm just passing the fish balls through oil. Once again, if you don't want to use fish balls, just leave it out completely. Anyway, that's the fond at the bottom of the pan. That's where all your flavor comes from. And now we're going to add our mirepoix, just all in one shot. Pinch of salt. And here we're just gonna use the liquid that comes out of the vegetables to help us scrape down the fond, and just a little bit of water. Now we're gonna scrape, and this is gonna happen a few times throughout the deglazing process. So yep, dissolve all those flavor crystals on the bottom of the pan. Okay, now you add your tomato paste, and we're going to cook it out. And this generally takes 6 minutes. And we're going to develop a secondary fond with the vegetables and the tomato paste. Okay, so you see there, we have a second fond at the bottom of the pan. Now we're ready to deglaze with red wine. Now it's very important that we reduce the wine almost to nothing, down to a paste, and you'll see that here. If you don't reduce the wine, you're gonna end up with a very sour kind of sauce. So anyway, reduce the wine down, and now we're ready to add chicken stock. And this is just a homemade chicken stock. I'll have another video up on how to make that. It's very simple. And one important thing is there's no salt in that chicken stock whatsoever. So now we put our spare ribs and fish balls back in, if you're using that. And now I would say maybe half a cup of dark soy, and then we top it off with water. Now you need to bring this to a boil on the range, on the stove top, before you put it in a preheated oven, 325 to 350. I have it set at 340 because this oven is not quite calibrated. There it is. Takes about an hour to an hour and a half. And you see the bones are pulled out from the meat. The fish balls doubled in size. And you don't want to overcook this dish. You want the meat to have a bit of chew on them. In any case, reserve the meat, and we strain out the braising liquid. And now we're going to reduce while skimming the fat from that jus. Okay, so tilt the pan and skim. This is not an ideal pan for skimming. If you care about getting all the fat out, you want some kind of saucepan or soup pot. Anyway, you reduce it down to a glaze, and you add your spare ribs and fish balls back in. You toss the coat. And notice we didn't use any thickeners. There's a lot of gelatin in the spare rib bones as well as the chicken stock. So once that reduces, you've got a pretty thick glaze. So the ubiquitous sliced scallion as a garnish, and you just put everything in a bowl. Now those steps in the beginning, browning the meat and browning the vegetables, the glazing, reducing the wine, those are the crucial steps to any kind of braised dish. And you skip those steps, you'll never develop that complex flavor. Anyway, there's the finished dish, and I hope you enjoy the video.